Albert College is a historical landmark in the Quinte region. It has been boarding both local and international students since it first opened its doors in 1857. We caught up with Keith Stansfield, Albert College's head of school, to find out more about the college itself and how he came to be head of school.
My name is Keith Stansfield. I'm head of school, Albert College, and I'm in my 7th year here. I've been in independent schools for close to 30 years, I suppose. I started off at an independent school, boarding day school in Manitoba. I was in Winnipeg for 12 years. I then spent 8 years at Strathcona Tweezer School out in Calgary. And then from there, this position became available and I applied for it.
Keith tells us a bit about the school's rich history in the area.
Albert College, founded in 1857 by Methodists, actually. It started out as a Methodist seminary, so it was called the Belleville Seminary. Over its history, we're certainly the oldest coeducational boarding school in Canada. So we've been boarding right since 1857. So really, if you think about the idea of Methodists 150 years ago having a co-ed school, it was kind of progressive, I think, for the day. This building is actually the new Albert College. This building was completed in 1926. The original school was up on basically at the intersection of College and Park, and I think part of the gymnasium at College Hill United Church is still the original building. But that building burnt in 1919, and this one was started in 23.
He shed some light on the junior school and Albert's many boarders.
Our junior school is all day students up to grade 6, so right from pre-kindergarten now all the way up to grade 6 would all be day students. They could come as far as from the county or from Kingston, but they would all be day students. Starting in grade 7, we do have boarders coming in, but really it's sort of an inverse pyramid. So we have not as many boarders, 7, 8, 9, and the number of boarders grows a great deal as you go into 10, 11, and 12. So we would have about half of the middle senior school would be boarders, and of those I'd say probably 80% would be international.
Keith fills us in on just how long Albert College has been accepting international students.
The school has always had international students, but really the makeup has changed. I mean, there was a time when majority of the students would actually be children of expat families. So it would be Canadians who were working in Peru or Chile and would send their children to school here. It was also a school that many United Church ministers would send their children to, because there's a relationship obviously with the United Church. We don't have an official relationship with the church, haven't had since 1992, but at that time it was certainly a location for children of church ministers. But certainly over the years, the number of students coming from other countries of different nationalities, that has really, I think, grown a great deal probably over the last 30 years.
Mr. Stansfield tells us what draws families and students to enroll at the college.
I think the biggest draw is its size. I mean, we are a small school. It's very personal. Everybody knows everybody. You get to know not only the students, but you know their parents, you know their siblings. The teachers that are their teachers in the classroom are also their coaches. They're also helping them out in study in the residence. So everyone really gets to know each other very well. So most of our students probably come by word of mouth. So we'll have a student who will come from Colombia, for example, and then they'll tell their cousins, and their cousins will come, and so on. So we actually have some families that could be third generation that are coming from Mexico or from wherever.
We asked Keith if he could recall the moment that made him the proudest to be head of school in regards to international students that come to Albert College.
It'd be really hard to choose one student because you get so many different stories and they're all interesting. I know that our admissions team was just down in Barbados and had put together a profile actually of a student who had come here. Wonderful family, they've been very supportive of the school. Have had all three children came here, and one girl that had come in and had learning difficulties, had struggled, had found it very difficult to find her place in school in Barbados, and came here and flourished. Marks went up every year, became a prefect at the school, went on to university, graduated, and is now doing work with early year students. I mean, really just a neat story. She's not a CEO anywhere, but she's loves what she does, and she's very successful at it, and I don't know that would have been possible had she not had this experience.
Rick Anderson is the principal of Albert College's junior school.
My name is Rick Anderson. I'm principal of the junior school at Albert College. The junior school extends from pre-kindergarten to grade 6. So children from age 3 to age 12 are the people I spend my day with.
He tells us how the junior school came to be.
After an enthusiastic fundraising campaign in the early 2000s, we were able to build this beautiful building which opened its doors in September 2003. So we're just nicely in the school for 8 years, coming up to a decade. It's a state-of-the-art building with a full gymnasium and fully networked to support our technology learning. In addition, it is on the main campus, so it's cozied up with the mothership, as it were, and our students have the use of the amenities in the main school as well as their own junior school.
Mr. Anderson says that even though the majority of the population at the junior school is local students, they do have some international students as well.
Since most of our junior school students tend to be drawn from the local community and farther afield, as far away as Kingston, for example, and into Prince Edward County, we have quite a homogeneous community in the junior school, but every year that is growing. And for example, this year we have more and more international families who pass through the Belleville area for a number of years in association with their work. And so it would not be uncommon for you in the junior school to hear more than English and French spoken. We have families from Turkey, India, Japan, Korea, Germany, and that's just off the top of my head. So we do, in time, have more and more of that international flavor. The students at the junior school frequent the senior school often, and so they are very much involved in the international spirit of the school in terms of their participation in whole school events. In addition, our grades 5s and 6s spend about 30% of their academic cycle in the senior school, where they're constantly associating with friends and peers that come from all parts of the world. At last count, probably close to 30 countries represented in the school.
Rick breaks down a typical day of a junior school student.
Our comprehensive program in the elementary ages extends from age 3 to about 12, so pre-kindergarten to grade 6. These children are programmed for a full academic week. Our classes start at 8:30 in the morning and are dismissed at 3:30, so it's quite a long day, but it's a productive day. And within that day, children receive specialized instruction in French as a second language, beginning in the pre-kindergarten years at age 3, and as well music from a music specialist, both choral music and instrumental music. Something that our children love and our parents appreciate even more is the hot lunch that the school provides. So, as you might imagine, being a young parent making those lunches, our students every day gather in the grade hall and eat with their teachers and friends, and the meal is prepared for them. So it's very much a community building experience for those children.
Finally, he says with an increase in international student enrollment at Albert College, the school tries to keep a proactive approach to education.
With the increasing international flavor of our junior school, we have many opportunities for the children to learn about other cultures and develop friendships that are long-lasting with children from other countries. It's not uncommon, for example, for these same children to go on holiday with some of the school families, as well as spend time in their homes. And every year we have an international dinner at the end of the school year, which is a culminating event which incorporates all of the cultures of the school, very much longed for and enjoyed by parents and students, and has become rather a hallmark culminating activity in the junior school every June.
Albert College prides itself on top-of-the-line, state-of-the-art education for all. We sat down with 4 of the students at Albert College to find out what their impression of the school is.
I think it's amazing because Like I saw many things I had never seen in my life. I'm half Colombian and half Japanese, so I thought that I have seen many cultures, I have learned many things. But I actually, when I came here, I saw and I learned many things. Because we have to live with many cultures. We have to respect the difference that we have to each other. Because it's more international. And also the English, we have to speak the entire time English, and also the language that we have, the native language, we can talk. It's really nice because my Japanese have improved, and also my Spanish and my English. I think it's a really good environment.
TVCOGECO is from Colombia. It's his first year at Albert College, and he took part in the school's food drive, heading up the project.
We did a food drive for people that they don't have the opportunity or the sources to eat. So with a lot of people at school, also a lot of social community help to do a food drive. We collected amount of food. In Halloween, we collected just the borders. We collected almost 100, and with the other the day student, we collected 600 non-perishable food for people in need. I love those kind of events. That's why I'm in the We Day and everything. And helping people, I loved it. I went to the chapel to make an announcement, and at the end I was just talking about how we have to change the world. I was really nervous, but it was I love to do those kind of things because I feel that I can change the world. And the school gives you that opportunity that you can make these small changes.
Ashley's from Hong Kong and says she came to the school to get a better education, like her father did.
My dad really thought I should come to Canada so I could probably get a better university here. And so he was an alumni, so he really wanted me to come here because his experience here was also really great.
She says the school provides ways for international students and really all to feel welcome.
In the beginning of the year when we do camp, it's a great way to know everybody. Besides knowing which grade they're in, and you know the teachers as your friends in the beginning. So once you get into school, everyone's friends basically. So you don't have that student and teacher that distance between you guys.
Ashley tells us that Albert College provides many options for students so they can find themselves.
They provide you for there are a variety of many sports and arts. Back in Hong Kong, I would never have done participated in choir, which now I am part of, and I really love it. And people don't pressure you to do anything in particular, and you get the freedom to choose what you want to do here.
Sven is from Germany, and he says adjusting was a little difficult at first.
I had a lot of English class, but I never studied for English, so I nearly failed English. I wasn't pretty good, but it's getting better.
He says that it's beneficial to be enrolled in such a small school.
The school is so small, so you know everybody in school. You are friends with nearly everybody, not everybody, but most of the persons are your friends. You know the teachers as well, and you can always go to a teacher and he would have time for you to help you with something. It's not you know only a quarter of the school. The teachers have never time for you to help you, so it's more familiar.
Manal is another student at Albert College and says that being part of the school provides some unique opportunities.
I've met so many different kinds of people, and people who I never thought I'd be able to meet, people from Germany, people from Hong Kong, even being from Mississauga, I never got to experience so many different cultures, so it's really neat.
The school has changed her more than she even knew.
I actually didn't realize how much I've changed until I started talking to friends from my old school, and they noticed a huge change. Because when you're here every day, you don't notice things that have changed with you, but they've said, I feel so much more confident now. I can sing in front of the school and not even get nervous, and I'm more well-rounded.